From mounted combat to a more grounding experience, here in the UK county of Worcestershire, horsemen and women of all ages are gathered with their equine friends, celebrating a globally recognised competitive sport that continues to grow in popularity. What is it? Well, think dog agility, but with horses.
Horse agility is a sport that you might not have ever heard of, but it's something to really try, because if you've got a horse who you're struggling with, you don't know where to go next, it's something that will just enhance your existence together tenfold. Building a friendship, a trust, that's what it's really about. The main way that horse agility would differ from dog agility, with dog agility you're working with a high drive predator species. It's very much fast, it's accurate, it's high octane, whereas horse agility is the opposite with a prey species. You want to just bring that energy down, give them time to process, ask them to really think about what they're doing, and then most importantly, in the face of something that might be frightening to a horse, you want them to turn to the handler for guidance. We have lots of people that take part in horse agility, so it may be a youngster who we want to give them the best possible start, get them confident with the obstacles, get them responding to the handler, and then by the time the ridden work comes in, if it does, it works brilliantly for them. You may also have other animals that take part as well, so they may be non-ridden, a vintage horse, and it could very well be a horse that's a rescue or a rehome, maybe has some colourful history that you're unaware of. These sorts of horses really benefit from horse agility. It's such a calm, nurturing sport that it just brings their confidence back. They very much enjoy it. Horse agility actually accepts many different forms of training. So you've got a pressure release training system, but you've also got positive reinforcement as well, which is the reward of treats. But when you do a competitive round or an assessment video for horse agility, you don't carry a stick, even if it's a target stick or a carrot stick, because you want it to be true, you want it to be a fair reflection. There's no forcing the horse, it's choosing to be there and to be with you. Horse agility itself was actually founded by a lady called Vanessa B in 2009, and it started in form of people taking part in clinics, actually taking their horses out and working them over the obstacles. Now, in 2013, Vanessa realised that there was a need for an online version of this. People would like to compete at home, and they would like to do so across the world as well. One of the main ways that people take part in the sport, they will actually download a monthly course from the club website, they will practice that, and then they will film it and submit a video link at the end of the month.
Ellen Cochrane is a former horse agility world champion and is today hosting a masterclass with the help of her prize-winning mule, Inara. She's also a qualified trainer, course designer and judge.
Right, so we might just halt over the pole to start with. Whoa. So that might be your starter level, and then walk on. Each obstacle in the course is marked out of 10. There are 5 points given for effectiveness, and that's how well the obstacle is completed. So for example, to get full marks over pole obstacles, the horse doesn't touch the poles with their feet. The other 5 marks are for horsemanship, and what we're mainly looking for here is a nice loose rope between horse and handler, so we call it a smile in the line. We also just look for a nice flowing course with the horse so that the horse and handler are working together. The handler's paying attention to what the horse is doing and where the horse is, and the horse looks nice and relaxed doing so. There's 10 obstacles in each course. We might have some pole work for precision. We might have 1 or 2 scary things like a scary corner or a curtain. The actual course layout is the same, so if people have multiple horses on different levels, they don't have to keep moving things about, they can use the same layout. But what you do with each obstacle then changes as you go up the levels.
For about the last 40 years, I've had horses. This last horse I've got, I bought 3 and a bit years ago. I rode her for about 5 months, and then she started throwing people off. Initially, Ellen, she wasn't happy being ridden because she reared, bucked and bronked, and I'm too old to do that, so I take her out for walks as a big dog. And agility, she's very, very careful with her feet, and she loves it when she feels like it. I think it creates a better bond with your horse. You get to understand each other a lot better. Normal horses, you can send them away. She won't leave me. If anybody has got horses they can't ride, I'd recommend it left, right and centre.
Come on, this way. Good girl.
I've grown up with horses all my life. I got my first pony when I was about 7, and then Ivy, my pony since then. Ivy is a very sweet mare. She's very considerate of you most of the time, unless there's food involved. I do the online competitions. I've done the on-lead and the equagility, and me and Ivy are hoping to do Liberty in a couple of months' time. And it helps with everything. Every horse finds something that they're a bit iffy about. The accomplishment of getting over that in a kind manner, in a way that the horse and you both go, oh, you know, this has been really fun. It just brings you closer.
Good job, Nah, good job. I think it's great fun, and I really enjoy the relationship with my equines that I get through doing this sport. And I also really love seeing other people having so much fun. I think a lot of people start with the riding and they don't realise there's so much you can do on the ground as well. And once they find that magic, they have a great time with it. I would like to see the sport more recognised. It is definitely growing. I would like to see proper competitions, more people competing out in the real world. I think the next step will be getting more judges on board, getting more people qualified as accredited trainers, and then getting those people out there to promote our sport.
We want to see this progress. We want to see people everywhere getting the benefit from it. And it's something that can fit into the lives of any equestrian. No matter where you're from, what your background is, you'll find some benefit in it. And to be able to share that further afield will just be absolutely wonderful.